Hi, I'm Erra. My matrix number is AE150130. So in this assignment, I am doing task 1.
Hi, my name is Zulkiffli and my matric number is AE170085 and I did task 2 in this mini project.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin Izzati with Rikzan. My matric number is AE170051. In this project, I'm doing task 3.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Haizatul Norsolehah. My matric number AE107137. And then for task 4.
Assalamualaikum. Today I will explain the mini project with the title of Mean and Standard Deviation Calculator. We are from section 6. This program that we create will find the value of mean, standard deviation, lowest and upper numbers based on the value entered by the user. This program uses the integrations of repetition, selection, function, array and string. So these are our group members: Erra, Etiqah, Nafisah, Fatin, Izzati and Haizatul Norsolehah. Before I start the explanation of this coding, I will run this coding first to show how this program works. Alright. So first, the output display of this program mean and standard deviation calculators. Then the users will be asked to enter the numbers that they want. So I put in 5, enter. So they ask for the numbers that we want. Okay. Okay. Only 5 numbers because the user have entered the value of 5. So then after enter the 5 numbers, this program will show the mean of the numbers, standard deviation, and lowest and upper value, and how many times the lowest and upper value occurred. Okay. So next, I will explain how these codings or programs works. These programs, we use three different types of preprocessor directives, which are include IOStream, include math, and include strings. For the function, we use the myStandardDef function and message function. So first, before we start the main function, this is the function prototype of myStandardDef and the function prototype of message. In the myStandardDef function, there will be the calculation for the mean, standard deviation, highest and lowest value of the numbers, and for the message function, we do the output display using the string. Okay, so now we start with the main function. So this curly bracket is the symbol for the begin mean. So as we start, we directly call the message function at here. So this is the function call for the message, then return 0. After we return 0, we will end the main function. After end the main function, we do the function definition for message. Here, verb message. So after do the function definition, we start with the body function. This is the body function. This is the okay. So in this function, so there is a constant integer size is 45, which means this element in this is element or size in this message is 45 that we have initialized here. So this is the string declaration. Alright, but as we know the string, there will be the null in this element. So we must do the the output is not more than 44 because one of the character is null. So this is the expected output. So we see out the message here. So this program will display this message that we have initialized. After that, we declare the float min and float sd from the myStandardDef function. So before we end the void message function, we call first the myStandardDef. So there is a function call for the myStandardDef function. Then there is no return because we use the void return data type. After we ended the function, so we do the function definition for myStandardDef. Here, this part at line 52. Okay, we start the function definition. First, we declare all the integers, which are I, N, T, U, T, L, L, U, T. Okay, then we do the assuming for L and U. L is 9999999 and U is the 0. We do this assuming maximum value and minimum value because we need to find the highest, the upper and the lowest value of the numbers. So this is the float sum declaration and the float total declaration. Okay, now this is the constant declaration of n. So this is the declaration of array named A. So this is name A. So the element of the array name A is 100. Okay, 100. Next, the cout is this program will calculate mean and standard deviation for less than 100 and how many numbers. So this is the message that will display of this in this program. So after that, the users have been asked to give the input numbers. So n is the input numbers. After the user have entered the numbers that they want, there will be the if else selection here. We start here if else selection. N must be less or same with 100. If the n is less or equal to 100, there is the for loop repetition occurred here. This program will do the repetition of for loop. This is the initial value. This is the testing and this is the increment of I. So for the testing, we see here the n value must be bigger than I, which means the n must be bigger than 0, as we have initialized the I is 0. Okay, if the n value is fulfill the condition of the testing part, there will be the looping process here. Okay, this program will display please enter the number. Then the user will enter the number that they want at this part. So when the user enter the numbers, they will repeating enter the numbers because of the looping. And after the numbers that they entered is enough, there will be the sum at here. There will be the sum of the number entered. Okay. So this is the sum of the numbers that the users key in. The next step, after we get the sum, there will be the if else statement for find the lowest and upper value. As we have assumed for the L value and the U value, so we do this if else statement to get the lowest and upper value for the numbers that the user entered. Okay, so it's a process else if, and the last one else equal S is equal to L and U is equals to U. So this is the end, is the end part of the if else for finding the lowest and upper value. Next, okay, this is the ending for repetition of for loop that we have start here. So this is the begin part of the for loop, and this is the ending part for repetition of for loop. So this is the outer loop. The outer loop, we do the next for loop for find the mean and standard deviation. Like usually, there will be the initial part, testing, and increment to do the for loop. As the end is fulfilled, the condition of the initial part, okay. As the end condition is fulfilled, this testing part, this program will do the looping. This part, which is this program will calculate the mean sum over n and do the calculation for the total. This total formula is need to insert into the standard deviation formula here. Okay, this is the ending loop for mean and standard deviation. So this is the outer loop. Alright, this is the outer loop. So after finish the looping, there will be the calculation for SD, which is standard deviation, and they will display, this program will display mean x, standard deviation, lowest value, and the upper value. Okay, this part that we do at the if else statement. Okay, this part we do at here. Okay, then this part is the ending of if else statement that we have start at here. Okay, so this is the beginning of if else, then this is the ending beginning of if, ending beginning, this is the ending beginning of if, and this is the else. So if this is the else part, the CR will be error, which means this error happen if the value of n is more than 100. Right. So this is the ending of the section if else statement. Before that, they return 0 first. Okay. Okay, now I want to prove how this error will be happen. So I run this program back. I put in the number of 101. We take the nearest number. Alright, see? The output will be error. Okay, now we want to test the array. As we said, the element of array is 100. We key in 100. So this program does not error because 100 is the correct element, and it does not more than 100. So this is how our coding or programs function, how these programs works. Okay, that's all. Thank you.